Hi, y'all. So I threw out my back this morning, which is not unusual. I the cat is trying to eat the flowers while I'm not looking. It's very sneaky. I have a loose ligaments, so have hypermobile joints. I have loose ligaments, so my joints are hypermobile. My bones are always moving all around. It's kind of crazy. If you ever practice yoga next to me, you can hear things clicking around in and out of place. So it's not a big deal. And I've just been hanging out in bed mostly, and I'm gonna go to the chiropractor tomorrow. Be fine. But number one, that's why my hair looks like an amazing bird's nest right now. Number two, it actually gave me the idea for what I want to talk to you guys about today, which is, and if you have chronic illness of some kind, you may already know this, but it also could be a really powerful new piece of information for you. And if you don't, it's still totally gonna be useful, because being a human, having a human body, means that sometimes it's gonna break down or not perform the way that we want it to. And a lot of us have really negative experiences of being sick or being injured. And what we don't realize is that most of what's creating, well, all of what's creating the suffering in that experience is our thoughts. So physical injury or illness is a really amazing opportunity to practice the distinction that Buddhist traditions make between pain and suffering, right? So in a lot of Buddhist traditions, the saying is pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. And what that means is that human life involves negative emotion and physical decline, that you may experience pain, but that suffering, which is our story and attachment and ego, all of that is optional. So take my example, right? I tweaked my back, meaning my nerves are sending a signal that something is pressing on one of my nerves. Oh, sorry, you can see I'm a little, my body's sending me a signal that something is pressing on one of my nerves. Probably one of my sacral bones is out. Now, that's just a sensation, right? That's just information. That's just, oh, this thing moved in that way and now it's pushing on this. And that might be not the most comfortable, delightful sensation I've ever had. It doesn't feel as good as a massage or an orgasm or something, but it's not going to kill me. It's just a sensation. What creates a lot of suffering would be all of the story I could have about that, right? Oh my God, I can't believe my back is out. There's something wrong with me. I was going to get so much done today. Now I'm going to be behind. My body is betraying me. Why can't it just work right? Why do I have to deal with this? Other people don't have to deal with this, right? And a lot of us who have some kind of chronic physical thing, whatever it is, have these underlying thoughts that there's something wrong with us, that our body is broken, that we're not good enough, right? That we would somehow be morally better people if we were out running marathons, which is nonsense, right? It's not like you get into heaven faster if you run a marathon. But that's what our culture teaches us, so it's not surprising, right? In America right now, we have a real fetishization of youth and physical fitness, right? At the same time as most people don't have access to health care and don't have access to fresh food, and we're seeing a lot of rise in chronic diseases. So it's one of those weird splits, which I could do a whole other segment on. But for today, here's what I just want to suggest to you. I'm going to keep it short because I want to go back and lie down, and I can't record lying down. But here's what I want to suggest to you. Next time you have a physical sensation that you don't like, you have an injury, maybe you are a marathon runner and you twist something, or it's just your normal chronic illness flare-up, or you have a headache, or you have cramps, or whatever's going on, practice just like you would with an emotion, practice describing the sensation just as a physical sensation. And then notice what all your thoughts are about it. All the thoughts you have, what you're making the sensation mean about you, about your body, about what you're supposed to get done, about your worth as a person, about what your week is going to be like, right? Most of us go straight to, well, I'll just always feel this way, I guess, right? And that makes it kind of intolerable. Or we have all these stories about how our body's not good enough, or it's betrayed us, or there's something wrong with us. And all of those thoughts cause so much suffering, and they make the physical pain so much worse, right? The studies on pain and thoughts and psychology are super fascinating. So that's your little Sunday sermon for today, and that's what I want you to try this week. If you have a physical sensation, practice just experiencing it as a physical sensation without making it mean anything about you, about your body, about what your future is going to be like, about what your week is going to, whether tomorrow or the week or your whole life, right? Just staying in the present with that sensation without believing all of your thoughts about it. And you're going to be shocked how much that changes your experience. All right, y'all, I'll talk to you on the podcast on Thursday.